Hello everyone, in this video I am going to explain how you can easily calculate the monthly, annually or quarterly or semi-annually payment required to repay a certain level of debt. Suppose you have purchased a property worth $2 million. You have borrowed 100% of the property value. For example, this can be changed to 50%. Your payment duration is say 15 years, we can change this to 10 years. Payment frequency is quarterly, we can change this to monthly or semi-annually or annually, whatever you prefer. The interest rate is 10%, we can change this to 11 or 9 or maybe whatever you like. Now based on this, we need to calculate the monthly, quarterly or annual payment. Suppose if you change this to quarterly, this cell would change to quarterly payment, and if we change this to monthly, this will change this to monthly payment because we linked D7 and payment. You can also do this to make your model look really nice. Suppose let's start with the formula. If the cell value is monthly, let's change this to 12. If it's quarterly, let's change this to 4, and if is annually, let's change this to 1. By doing this, you don't have to type the number of year. It would make your model look really nice. And let's do one thing more: monthly, quarterly and annually. Let's make it as a drop down to make your model look really appealing and nice and easy for the users. Let's do this. You can also add semi-annual option as well. Now you can select quarterly, you can select annually, and you can select monthly. Now let's start with the main thing, which is the formula. We will use PMT to calculate the frequent payment. The rate is cell D18, which is the interest rate. N per is the total number of payment required throughout the installment period, which is the annual frequency multiplied by the number of years, which is D19 multiplied by D16, and the total amount of borrowing, which is property value multiplied by borrowing percentage. Let's put minus sign below because we are calculating monthly payment. Let's close the brackets. Now 1 lakh monthly payment is required for each month for 10 years to achieve the property value of borrowing of 1 million. If we change this to 100%, we would need 2 lakhs per month. Let's calculate graphically how much amount you are borrowing and how much interest you are paying. Suppose let's do this. You are paying more than 2 lakh for 12 times a year and for 10 years. Now let's calculate how much interest you are paying in this amount. The property value is interest minus the actual property value. So you are paying around 52% of interest and 48% of interest and 52% is actual borrowing. You can see that. If we change this payment to quarterly, everything in the model would change automatically. If we change the payment duration to 5 years, everything would change automatically. the lesser the payment duration and the less interest there would be. Similarly, if we change the borrowing to 50%, the interest percentage would automatically bring down. Now suppose you know monthly payment, but you don't know how much you would reach at the end of the valuation. For example, let's work on a different scenario. Let's suppose you know the quarterly payment, you know the payment, but you don't know end result. Let's see how you can do this. Suppose you pay 1 lakh for each quarter at 10% interest rate for 5 years, and you want to know how much you would achieve after 5 years. We have a different formula for that. We will calculate using PV rate, and per is automatically calculated. Now let's do PMT. We already have PMT present here, which is payment. So you would reach to 8,51,356 if you contribute 1 lakh for each quarter for 5 years. And in that 8,51,000, 50% is interest and 50% is your, we no longer need borrowing for that. We don't need borrowing for that because borrowing is reserved for mortgage. There are similar other examples I will be happy to explain and happy to answer your question. Let me know your thoughts and let me know what else you want me to explain. I'll be more than happy to explain. Thank you.